Hi.
Hi, so good to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, can you just tell me about yourself?
First of all, hi, I'm Mikaela Lopez, but you may call me Mikai for short. I'm a junior currently taking up international hospitality management with specialization in hotel administration. And I'm a student ambassador in Enderun Colleges as well as a campus director for Holt Price Foundation.
Great. So, I just do this like I do a video series in which I tell it know the world with me. So I talk with different people of different countries and know the like people out there, how is their tradition and the culture. So can you tell me how are the people of Philippines?
Well, actually, for the people in the Philippines, us Filipinos are very hospitable. We'd like to welcome everyone warmly, whether you may be a local or a foreigner, because we just have that in us. We'd like to make sure that you get to feel that family type of connection with us, and we're very friendly. We accommodate you very well, and we'd like to ensure that you have a very good stay in the Philippines.
So, like, how is the government of Philippines? Are the people happy with the government, current government?
Well, that's actually a very tough question because my answer can vary depending on a person's situation right now, especially during the pandemic. Since I have it easy, I'd say I'm a little neutral when it comes to the performance of the government because I'm doing well. But on the other side of the coin, people may see it as if it's a little challenging to negotiate with the government since based on the data for the COVID-19 cases or maybe for the health protocols, it's not doing so well. So I guess we can say that there's a lot of improvement needed for the government to actually do. But what's nice about that is we are trying as a Filipino people to move forward despite the hindrances that we're facing.
So, when like, if I'm going to visit Philippines tomorrow, what are the beautiful places that you would like to recommend?
Okay, I'll give you a few categories. So beach-wise, of course, number one, that's Boracay. And then we have Siargao and Palawan. Those are our top three beach areas in the Philippines. Now, if you want something a little more urban or a little city-like, I recommend you go to Metro Manila, which is an NCR, like our very own our capital. Everything is there. You get to see all the street food, you get to experience all the festivals and all the like. And
Okay, great, great. So, like, in Philippines, what are the languages you people speak? Like, mostly
our main language is basically Filipino, but
Filipino?
for other, yeah, Tagalog. But
Yeah,
for other regions, they speak Bisaya.
Bisaya. Interesting.
Yes.
So, like, I am really amazed by the lifestyle of Philippines people. Like, like, can you brief on that? The clothing
Okay.
and the fooding.
So for the food, we actually have a perfect blended mix of different cultures from Indonesian, Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, and even American. But our main focus here is rice. And if you heard from different people, our famous dish is actually adobo, wherein it's chicken drenched in soy sauce.
Yeah.
And we have balut also, which is like a day-old chick. You can actually eat it straight from the egg. So that's what we're famous for: street food, rice, and very tasty meals as well, like saucy ones.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now coming to the festival of Philippines, like what are the most celebrated festivals in Philippines?
Okay, so we actually have a Mascara festival wherein all of the participants get to parade on the road, showing off their newly designed or own designed masks. And they have
Okay,
dances
yeah,
to that as well. And we have the Sinulog Festival also. In each city, there's almost a festival depending on what they're famous for. And for Baguio, for example, they're famous for their strawberries. So they have a strawberry festival as well.
so you were talking about like the masks will be of the famous celebrities or god or goddesses. What are the masks like made of?
Actually, the masks are made out of local products, like from scratch, from plain scratch. They don't really symbolize a certain god or a
Hmm.
certain idol that the particular city symbolizes, but it's more of showing your artistic side and promoting the Filipino artistry.
So this has been coming from years and years now, right? It's
Yes.
not a new festival. I mean,
No, no.
yeah, great,
Yes,
great.
it's been a
So,
Filipino tradition ever since.
so on the basis of religion or like Hindu, Muslim, Christians, like what are the people found in Philippines?
Okay. Actually, we have top three religions in the Philippines, but our very first is Catholic. Catholic is the most famous religion in the Philippines, but in certain regions like Mindanao, that's where you can find the Muslims as well. And we also have another religion where which you call Iglesia ni Cristo. And those three are very different from each other, but we get along pretty well somehow. We find a compromise between all those religions.
Yeah, great. And don't you have like Christians in Philippines?
Yes, we do have Christians, but there are different types of Christians in the Philippines. There are born again Christians or new Christians. So it varies and it's a little more down to detail. That's why I just put the top three ones or mentioned the top three ones.
Great, great. So I really wanted to ask, like, so by this we come to the last question. So like we talked about positive things and like beautiful things, but every country has some problems, right? There's no
Mm-hmm.
country in the world that does not have problem right now. So what is that one vital problem in your country right now during this pandemic? Is it
During
food,
this
security, yeah, security or politics, anything?
All right. I think I don't see it as a problem because everyone has it. So it's like a universal thing already. But I consider it as an area that we'd have to really improve on. And that's the health protocols in the Philippines, especially during this pandemic. If you would notice, we have around 300,000 cases of COVID already, and we're on our seventh month of lockdown or quarantine, and we haven't been out. So I guess an improvement.
300,000.
Yes, we're
That's
getting
huge
there.
number.
That's a very big number for a country that's not as big as the US or as Europe.
Hmm.
So that's very overwhelming. And it's very alarming considering that we're a third world country. We're a part of the third world countries. And if we want to focus on that, I think then things will get better in our part of the world.
So how is your government combating that problem, this problem?
Well, as of now, they've been creating projects that can partially help the health frontliners. For example, provision of PPEs, masks, and quarantines. But I think right now they're just trying to divert our attention by distracting us with different tourist projects. Like, for
Yeah,
example,
by
the Manila.
engaging you. Yeah.
Yeah, just so that we keep sane during this pandemic. So I think that's how they're alleviating our attention as of the moment.
So the basic thing is like to keep yourself engaged, not to think of this pandemic too much that it creates a problem mentally.
Yes, I strongly believe that in whatever situation you're in, you're just gonna have to create a good mindset, and you're gonna be good to go. It's always in the character development. It's always how you perceive things, and that's how you're gonna be able to handle things properly.
So that's all from my side. Thank you for accepting the request and finally being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raj. I
Bye.
hope we can converse soon. Take care.